They said they had your back, but when it mattered, they vanished. Betrayal doesn't always come with a warning. Sometimes it comes with a smile. Betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the ones who saw your softest side and still twisted the knife. Your best friend. The one who went cold overnight, your partner. The one who walked out without warning. The coworker who smiled in your face, then slandered you behind your back. And the worst part? You didn't see it coming. But what if I told you? The signs were always there, hidden in plain sight. Seneca, the Stoic, once said, "It is a vice to trust all, and a vice to trust none." He understood something we forget. Betrayal doesn't just happen, it builds, quietly, in the dark, long before the final blow. So why do people betray you? And how can you see it coming before it wrecks your peace? Let's talk about it. In this video, we're diving into the 10 coldest truths about betrayal. The kind no one wants to admit, but everyone needs to hear, especially if you've been hurt and blamed yourself. If you're rebuilding yourself, if you're choosing peace over pleasing, hit that subscribe button. Because here, we don't sugarcoat. We heal through truth. Number 1, the shadow self. Most betrayal starts in silence, not in action, but in emotion, resentment, envy, fear, pride, all of it hidden until it can't be anymore. The Stoics taught this. When you don't face your emotions, you project them, you pour them onto others, not because you're evil, because you're unaware. Imagine a cousin you grew up with. They were your rock until you started winning. Your business grows, your confidence rises. Suddenly, they vanish. No more texts. No more support. You hear they've been mocking you, calling you lucky, saying you've changed. They're not mad at you. They're mad at what your growth says about them. They feel stuck. And your progress is a mirror they can't look into, so they rewrite the story. You're arrogant now. You don't care anymore. That's not betrayal starting. That's betrayal growing. The Stoics would say, don't watch words, watch behavior. If someone starts pulling away, if their energy shifts, pay attention. Protect your peace early, not from fear, from wisdom. Number 2, the manipulative mask. Some betrayals are emotional, others are planned, cold, strategic, like a chess game. You thought you were playing as a team, but they were playing to win alone. The Stoics warned us, not everyone is driven by virtue. Some are driven by gain. They flatter, they charm, they pretend to care, but they're not there to build, they're there to extract. Picture this. You're building a dream with someone you trust. Then one day, they pitch your idea as theirs. Take the deal, smile in your face. It's just business, they say. It feels like a punch to the soul. But look back, you'll see it. They were only there when they needed you. Kind, when it was useful. Proud, until you outshined them. That's not friendship, that's convenience. Don't chase closure. Don't beg for loyalty. The Stoics would say, detach with dignity. Let them go. Learn the lesson. Don't hate. Just see clearly. Number 3, jealousy in disguise. Betrayal often arrives right when life starts going well. It comes with a smile, a handshake, a quiet hope that you'll fail. Jealousy doesn't always look angry. Sometimes it claps with clenched teeth. Take Mason and Josh, best friends since college. Josh was winning early. Mason struggled, but when Mason's business took off, Josh changed. Little jokes, missed calls, backhanded compliments. Then came the gossip. He just got lucky. He's not that talented. The betrayal didn't scream, it whispered. The Stoics knew this. Envy is comparison poisoned by pride. Someone sees your light, and it burns their shadow. That's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to notice. If someone stops clapping, if your growth makes them distant, that's a sign. Protect your space. Don't confront from pain, stand in peace, and rise anyway. Number 4, the power play. Some betrayals come from control, not jealousy, not emotion. Control. They liked you when you were smaller, when they could lead, but the moment you grow, it threatens their power. The Stoics said, don't hand your choices to someone else. Maya learned this. She grew. Her boss didn't like it. Suddenly, praise turned to silence. Then sabotage. Why? Because Maya stopped playing small. When people need control to feel secure, your independence is a threat. Their betrayal isn't about you. It's about losing grip. So what do? You don't fight for approval. You assert your boundaries, not with anger, with clarity. The Stoics didn't beg for acceptance. They stood in self-respect. So should you. Number 5, the projection trap. Here's the truth. Some people betray you by accusing you of what lives inside them. They lie, then call you dishonest. They cheat, then question your loyalty. That's projection, and it's one of the most common forms of betrayal. The Stoics taught, what disturbs us is not things, but our opinion of them. Someone filled with shame or guilt will try to make you carry it. You become the villain in their mind because they refuse to face their own shadow. So how do you protect yourself? Stop justifying, stop arguing, just observe. If someone's accusations don't match reality, they're showing you their inner world, not yours. Let them carry their own burden. You don't have to hold it. Number 6, the narcissist's cut. This is the coldest kind of betrayal, the one that isn't emotional. It's calculated. They never saw you as a person, only a tool, a stepping stone. They help when it benefits them. They care as long as you stay small. But the second your presence no longer serves their plan, they discard you. No guilt, no apology, just silence. The Stoics would call them a slave to desire, addicted to gain, blind to virtue. But you saw the good. You gave freely. You trusted deeply. That's not weakness, that's strength. When someone shows you their pattern, believe it and walk away, not bitter, wiser. Number 7, betrayal in the name of love. Sometimes betrayal wears the mask of intimacy. A partner who says they love you, but walks away when you're most vulnerable. They claim to care, but only when you're small, quiet, dependent. The moment you grow, the moment you choose yourself, they call it selfish. They withdraw affection, weaponize silence, make you feel guilty for simply evolving. That's not love, that's possession. The Stoics taught, don't tie your peace to someone else's comfort. If someone loves you only when you're shrinking, that's not love, that's control. Betrayal by a partner isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet rejection of who you're becoming. So what do? You stay grounded, you hold your boundaries, you walk forward, even if they don't follow. Number 8, the betrayal of silence. Not every betrayal screams. Some whisper. Some say nothing at all. It's the friend who disappears, the mentor who stops returning calls, the family member who fades into the background. No fight, no farewell, just distance. The silence hurts more than any argument, because there's no closure, only confusion. But the Stoics remind us, what disturbs us is not things, but our judgment about them. Maybe their silence isn't rejection. Maybe it's discomfort, envy, fear. Not everyone can handle your growth. Some people retreat instead of confronting their own reflection. So how do you handle the quiet betrayal? With clarity. You don't chase. You don't beg. You let the silence speak. Because when people leave without a word, they tell you exactly who they are. Number 9. The unseen competition. You thought you were on the same team. Turns out, they saw you as competition. You celebrated them. They compared themselves to you. You shared wins. They kept score. Betrayal can be born in comparison, especially when someone feels they're losing a game you never agreed to play. The Stoic said, "Do not waste what is in your power by longing for what is not." But insecure people don't follow that. They want what you have. And if they can't get it, they'll try to tear it down. A colleague who subtly undermines you. A sibling who competes instead of supports. A friend who turns cold every time you rise. This betrayal isn't about what you did. It's about what they lack. So protect your peace. Don't step into games you never signed up for. And remember, your path is yours. You don't have to shrink to make others feel tall. Number 10. Choosing yourself. Here's the hardest truth. Sometimes you have to be the one to walk away, not out of anger, not out of revenge, but out of self-respect. The Stoic said, if you want to be happy, stop trying to please everyone. Betrayal doesn't always come from others. Sometimes it's what happens when you betray yourself, just to keep someone else comfortable. So today you choose different. You don't tolerate emotional debt. You don't ignore the signs. You don't carry the weight of people who refuse to carry themselves. You choose truth, clarity, peace, you. And that's not betrayal. That's becoming who you were always meant to be. Still think betrayal comes out of nowhere? It doesn't. It brews in silence. It simmers in smiles. It strikes when you least expect it. But now you know why. Jealousy, control, projection, cold calculation. Betrayal always reveals them. Not you. You were real. You were open. You were brave enough to trust. That's not a weakness. That's rare. So don't shrink. Don't harden. Get clear. Get better. The Stoics didn't beg for loyalty. They watched character. They chose peace. And they moved on with strength. So can you. If this spoke to something in you, like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let's stop pretending we haven't all been there. This isn't the end of your story. It's the turning point. Walk away, chin high, heart intact, and never apologize for being someone who chose to trust, even when others didn't deserve it.